how did he finish it? How did he stare death in the face and not run from it, but run to it? I imagine that most of us today are probably tempted to quit something. From time to time, we are had enough, whether it's with school, whether it's with a job. There comes a point where we're like, I've had enough. I'm thinking about quitting. How do we not give up in those moments? Let's look to Jesus. The book of Hebrews was written to Christians who were tempted to throw in the towel and quit on Jesus because of the persecution that they faced. So Hebrews 12 encourages us with these words. It says, let us run with endurance the race that lies before us, keeping our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. For the joy that lay before him, he endured the cross, despising the shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. How did Jesus finish his race? He finished it with his eyes on the finish line. He finished it with his eyes set on the joy set before him. This is Florence Chadwick. She was not an Olympic swimmer, but in her day, she was known for her long-distance open water swims, famous for it. She was the only woman to have swam the English Channel in both directions. And in 1952, she made up her mind to swim the distance between the mainland of California to the island, to the Catalina Islands, 26 miles, a journey of 26 miles. Can you imagine that? Swimming for 26 miles? 3 laps in a pool is long enough for me. I can't imagine 26 miles. Well, on this day, she set out and she swam for 15 straight hours, And at that 15-minute mark, a dense fog set in. She couldn't see just a few feet in front of her. In that moment, exhausted, she gave up. She didn't know how far she was. She didn't know how far she had to go, so she just gave up. Got in the boat, realizing at that point that she was within a mile of the island. Later that day, she said this. She says, I'm not excusing myself, but if I could have seen the land, I might have made it. And she was right, because 2 months later, she attempted to swim again, and she made it, no sweat. Ended up doing the swim 2 more times successfully. So what made her quit? It was not that she couldn't do it. It was not that she was exhausted. It was the fact that she was in the midst of some fog, and she couldn't see the finish line. And I know some of us, we're here today, and we're tempted to quit on something because we're in the fog of some depression. Right? We're in the fog of some anxiety. We're struggling right now, and we're tempted to quit. And in those moments of the fog, we need some perspective. We need to trust God and say, hey, He's with us. He will not leave us. He will not forsake us. He will get us through this, and there's a better day ahead of us if we keep fighting. We keep enduring. Students, maybe students, maybe you're tempted to quit right now. You're like, I can't make another semester. I can't look at another Zoom screen. You're like, I'm done. Picture yourself at the end of the school year. Picture yourself at the end, getting your diploma, getting your graduation, having no regrets because you made it through and you didn't quit. Maybe there are some marriages and you are fighting for your marriage right now. Don't quit fighting for your marriage. Don't focus on the pain of the moment. Focus on how God can bring you through. And through the pain, through the storms, you can be stronger. Your relationship can be stronger because of the current struggles. God can bring beauty out of the ashes. Don't quit. Don't quit. I don't know who told me this, but it was probably a coach that I was playing for in the preseason and wanted me to work really hard. I can't remember, but someone once said, Sean, here in life, you can either pay now and play later, or you can play now and pay later. Either way, you got to pay. I remember thinking that. I was like, well, I'd rather just pay now, kind of get out of the way, not have that in my future. I'd rather have the finish line in the future, a better day in the future. Pay now, continue to fight. Don't give up so easily. Young person, young Christian, God has a perfect plan for your marriage. You're going to get married someday. God has a perfect plan for your marriage. And He wants to honor that marriage. He wants to bless that marriage. And He's got a perfect plan for your sexual life. And He says, wait until marriage. Wait until you're married, until you're in that covenant relationship with me and your spouse, and then enjoy it. Then have fun. Because I have given you sex as a way to bond you together, to bond you to me, to experience my oneness. And sex is relationship gold. And every time you experiment with sex outside of marriage, the covenant relationship of marriage, you devalue the currency. So don't give up in that fight, young person. Continue to fight. Fight for that purity by focusing on that finish line, that wedding day where you look across from your spouse and say, I waited for you. And it's worth it. And if today you're tempted to quit, maybe on a job, maybe on a spouse, maybe on, school, maybe a sport, focus on the finish line, but also talk to somebody. If you're tempted to quit something, you're like, I don't know if I should quit this or not, talk to somebody about it. Go to somebody you trust, somebody who's older than you, wiser than you, has a godly perspective, who's not emotionally involved in the situation. They can see the situation from a little bit of a more objective perspective. They can be the one to say, no, you're just in the midst of some fog right now. Keep going. You're not far from the finish line. Better days are coming. Push through it. But we need that perspective. We need to be able to swallow our pride and reach out to somebody and ask them, hey, could you give us some wisdom on this? Should I quit or should I keep moving forward? They might say, yeah, it's time to quit. Time to move on. Or they might say, no, keep fighting. That's what Jesus did. That's what Jesus did just a few hours before he's standing trial. You know what he was doing? He was on his knees talking with his heavenly Father. He was saying, God, I'm tempted to quit right now. I don't think I can go any further. I don't think I can finish this race, God. I cannot drink the cup of suffering. God, can you give me another way out? Can there be another plan? God, I don't want to finish this race. And God says, nope, you're going to finish. Keep your eyes on the finish line. Focus on the joy that is set before you. And because of it, he finished the race.